Kenyan weddings versus Turkish weddings, which are more enjoyable? If you have ever attended a Turkish wedding, you're gonna love this video. But if you are actually a Kenyan and you have attended Kenyan weddings, then this video will give you a hint on how Turkish weddings are versus the Kenyan weddings. Now, I'm a Kenyan, first of all, and I live in Turkey with my family here. I have witnessed a lot of weddings even on the streets just near my place, and also I have actually attended, been invited and also attended some of these, especially in our Turkish village, whereby we have a lot of our guests, or not guests, our relatives. Now, I want to give you my insight as a foreigner, knowing that I don't know everything about Turkish weddings, but what I've seen and what I was used to do, or what I was used to doing when I'm going to the wedding, or maybe in Kenya, they are totally, not totally different, but they have some differences and a lot of similarities. So welcome, my name is Phoebe, and let's dive in. Let me sit well so that we can communicate now. My first time, or my first experience when I actually had attended a Turkish wedding, I didn't bear much attention to the details and what have you, or the customs or the traditions. Now, when I actually attended this wedding, it was one of our relatives, actually from my husband's side, who was actually doing a wedding in a village side, but it's not too much village. And what I was surprised is that despite the fact that it is in a rural area, there were thousands of people, and let me tell you, those people had come to witness that particular day. Now, I want to share with you with some comparisons. It was like here, I later learned that Turkish weddings, they have customs, they have their traditions, they have their procedures, and in various ways, or maybe in some cases, if the families are super rich, the wedding lasts longer than just a one day. And also I have realized that Turkish weddings, they have the custom whereby we have the henna night, before 3 days before the wedding, like the bride gathers with her family and friends, female friends mostly, and then people will actually put maybe some henna on her fingers and some gold, and she's gonna be crying. They're gonna make her to cry, to feel sad because she's leaving the parents. Okay, so henna night is part of the Turkish wedding ceremony, and also something that I have seen a lot of times here in Turkey. It is in terms of actually the engagement. People will actually gather, and during that engagement day, it is actually the groom coming to ask a hand for marriage to the bride. And you will find that there are so many customs that actually happen during this time, like they're gonna wear the wedding the rings, like the engagement rings. They're gonna cut that ribbon, the red ribbon. And also sometimes during this time, Turkish weddings have the tendency, or have the tradition, whereby the bride will actually serve the groom the Turkish coffee with some salt. Okay, and all those things, small things, they have their symbols, or they symbolize something. And it's just amazing, interesting to know these things. If you're a foreigner for the first time, maybe you won't bear much attention and you won't know what they are doing, but for them it is their tradition. It is so much significant for them to practice these things. And also, one of the weddings that I attended, actually I saw a Turkish bride, actually together with the groom, actually had something like a pot, and then the bride will help, or the bride or the groom will be sitting, and the bride is actually holding that pot. It has some silver or some gold or some stuff inside, and then she's gonna break, and it has its own tradition. Like, it's just amazing. Okay, now it's fun in terms of actually just seeing those music, and also seeing the procedure or the protocols, or maybe the procedure, how it starts from the engagement, from dating, being introduced to the parents, those times whereby you don't want people to see you, and you don't want to do some stuff like in public. And when people start actually knowing that you are engaged and all those things. Okay, so it is super interesting when you attend a Turkish wedding as a foreigner. You're gonna see a lot of things. Talk about the music. They love this. They have this kind of music mixed with tradition and also modern music, and it's just amazing how people normally sing, how the bride and the groom gonna sing, gonna dance and perform stuff like that. So it is very interesting. I'm not kidding you. Now talking about the Kenyan weddings, oh my goodness, like maybe let's say African weddings. The African weddings, they have their own tradition and also they have their own procedure when it comes to actually dating and also getting married. First of all, you find a person or you get to know that person, the family start meeting together, you build a relationship. Later you're gonna have an engagement. Though an engagement, I have seen that in Kenyan mostly, an engagement, it is a personal thing, it is not a must. Same like in Turkey, it is something that it is a must. You must be engaged, okay? But in African country, I have seen that you can skip this part of engagement party, and then you just prepare for the wedding, okay? Now during the wedding we have our own traditions. Like before you get engaged, before you get married to this person, you have to pay dowry, and we normally have different cultures or different tribes do it differently. But for us in Kenya, where I come from, we normally bring, like the groom has to bring cows, goats, in terms of animals and also money, okay? And in Turkish, I have seen they do it, but they don't bring animals. They do it in terms of actually money-wise, in terms of gold, okay? Especially if you attend the luxury, or maybe if you attend the richest family, you will find that they have brought a lot of gold, Maybe that is their way of actually appreciating the family. So the two countries, or maybe not the countries, Africa and Turkey, or maybe Kenyan and Turkish weddings, they have similarities in terms of appreciation to the bride, in terms of the custom. They still follow their customs. They still, let me just say, we still follow our traditions, and it is just amazing to see even let's say like the bride, the African bride, just being pampered and actually in those outfits, in those traditionals. If you attend certain countries like Nigeria, you will understand they have different way of doing the weddings and also different attires, and you're gonna love it. I'm not kidding you, you're gonna love it, okay? So it is full of music, full of bubbles, mostly modern music, tradition music, but mostly modern music with the famous people, okay? So you will find that during this wedding time or during this wedding ceremony, they have a lot of things. When it comes to food, you're gonna eat. Especially in Turkish weddings, don't go when you are full. Just buy the little feet and then go. Be sure you're gonna, especially if you are, maybe let's say you are among the guests or maybe among the relatives, you're gonna have a lot of food to eat. Normally I've eaten kebabs. They normally serve where I went, the weddings I have attended, most of them, the Turkish wedding, they have served maybe kebabs, Iran. They have served some traditional food like mixed with chicken. I don't know this. It is an Arabic food also, but I don't know the name. And also some sweets or maybe some desserts, Turkish desserts, and water and drinks, you know. So those are the main things that I have seen, especially during the wedding day, and also some nuts. In Kenya, what we do is actually we just call someone the same way they do it here. It is like an agency or a company that actually caters for catering company, okay? So if you have money, you can call for catering company. If you don't have, maybe you have church members or family members who will organize everything. They're gonna kill animals, okay, a cow, and then you're gonna cook from chicken, from cows, from all those traditional food. It is super amazing. Now in Kenya, we have different tribes. every tribe has its way of actually doing their wedding. For instance, we have Kikuyus who normally do the rurasho, and for us Luya, we normally do our own thing, which is not a rurasho, but it is almost similar. Okay, and during those time before the wedding, we have a lot of things that we normally do, like maybe negotiation of the bride price or the dowry, and just coming together as a family. And sometimes if the bride and the groom, they do not have a lot of money, they can call for, actually prior to the wedding, they can call for actually people to support them in terms of actually contributing money for the wedding. I think it is called pre-wedding or something like that. And also we have baby showers. Now for me, I think that the baby shower that we not baby shower, the bride shower that we normally do in Kenya, it is almost similar to Turkish geje, or it is keche or keje or the henna night. Okay, because if you compare, it is mostly females who meet the bride, and they're gonna have to enjoy, give her moral support, and actually just be with her and make her feel like comfortable. But with the Turkish, it is not the same. Okay, it is a traditional thing, they do their own thing, but it is just females. Most of them, they are female and old women and stuff like that, the aunties, the sisters, the cousins. Okay, so it is something worth attending if you ever get a chance. If you are in Turkey and you are thinking, can I go to a Turkish wedding? Yes, you can, especially if you have been invited, or if maybe you have a friend who can invite you. Go and see how they normally do it. Now on the street, they do have street weddings, and in fact, in Izmir, or where I live, the city I live, they have their weddings, like when you find where they are doing the ceremonies, like the street weddings, they have closed the road and the cars cannot come in, and people have sat down, they have arranged the chairs, and the bride, the groom is there, and people will sing, music will be done, they're gonna dance, they're gonna contribute, bring you a gift. Okay, now in Kenya, I have seen that, I don't know if it is still happening now, but I have also witnessed that in terms of gifting, you'll find that mostly it is money, like they're gonna give you an envelope, and also they're gonna bring physical things. For instance, if you are my sister, you are getting married, or maybe if you are my friend, you are getting married, especially those my friend who are intending to actually get married, please let me know so that I can give you, and I can bring something for you, okay, as a blessing, as a like to remember your day. You know, we do it both money and also physical things. I can buy you a chair, I can buy you a TV, I can buy you something, I can bring a cow or a chicken. So in Kenya, it is very common. In Turkish, I have seen that it is not the same, because they bring a lot of money in terms of envelope, not physical things. Okay, I don't know if, okay, physical things we have, but precisely the family, not people from outside. But in large quantity, it is about money. You go with a certain envelope, you put your money, and then you're gonna drop. We have a lady who is always there, or a girl, and then you drop your stuff and then go attend the wedding. And one big difference I have noticed, Turkish weddings, or maybe ceremonies, they normally happen during the evening up to night. And Kenyan weddings, we do it from morning up to evening. Okay, it is rare to find a wedding at night in Kenya. People will start thinking, oh, what is this, why are they hiding? But here it is very common. Okay, most ceremonies are done during the evening up to night hours. So don't be surprised when you attend a Turkish wedding during the night, and then you are don't be surprised. It is their culture, it is something they have done, and most of the time it is just memorable, it is just amazing, beautiful. However small it is, you're gonna enjoy. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have more questions about Turkish culture, Turkish weddings, Turkish people, Turkish lifestyle, we're gonna be discussing in my next videos. I have to rush and go do some stuff. Until next time, again, I'll see you. Bye. Please, if you're liking my content, you want to support this channel, please hit that button for subscribe, and also like the video, share. If you have more content, if you think I have forgotten anything people need to know, please write in the comment section, and I'll be glad to read some of your comments. Otherwise, until next time, guys, bye bye. Görüşürüz.